Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? We're going to start with cake batter chapstick. We're going to do our entire face. Today, Saturday, February 22nd, is my cousin's mom's service. My goal is to be out the door in 20 minutes. I know that's not going to happen, but so yeah, we're going to do our entire face. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pair two Natasha Denona palettes that I have not paired before, and we're going to pair the bronze palette with I Need a Nude. Either one would do, because both are easy to work with. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but I'm thinking maybe one of the bronze shades, like Outer Corner or something like that. I'm not really even sure yet. I did look at it earlier and I said, let me just wing it because I didn't have a lot of time to figure it out. And yesterday was a busy day, and so I didn't know if I was going to do a full face today. I thought I'll just do a base face. Excuse me. And then I remembered I'm a walking billboard, so we're going to do our face today. And this is the shirt that I'm wearing, and I am going to wear a pair of, you guys cannot see me if I do that. Let me put the mirror away and use the mirror down here. So how I do my brows, I usually start with this side first for no particular reason. You know what, I do know why. It's easier for me to match this side to this side because I'm right hand dominant. But it still usually comes out different anyway. Because this side I come straight out, this side I tend to curve. And I do try to be aware not to do that, but it does still happen. This is the Fenty Brow Pencil, of course. Then I check to see, are the ends around the same place? And no, they are not. And one always has a point that I like, and the other side usually does not. And truth be told, I don't think people pay too much attention to brows, to be honest with you. Like, I really don't think people do. And everybody's brows are different than the other one. The shapes are different. The arch may be a little bit different. One may be more pronounced, one not. When you look at mine, this one comes to here. I'm acting like I don't have nowhere to go. This one comes to here, and this one stops over here. So even with this, it's not an equal spacing. You see what I'm saying? And looking at other people, like if you really, not to say study someone's face, but if you really sit and, you know, study their face, you'll see that everyone has like the similar differences. I haven't seen many people that both eyebrows like start in the same exact place. Like, I haven't. And even with eye shapes, one eye is always bigger, usually 99.9% of the time. One eye is a little bit larger or opens wider than the other eye. And so it's just what it is. And so I think that's why we don't really notice those things, because it's common. Like, if you were the one person that had one uneven brow, it'd be like, oh, that's weird. But because we all do, or the majority of us do, it doesn't look different. And when I look like this, I'm seeing if it ends in the same place, which means my brow hair here stops here. But if I do it here, this side is going to look further away. So I tend to not do those straight hairs. And there was a time when I'm like, oh, I'll just pluck them. And I said, I've already overplucked enough, which is why I don't have tails in the first place. Because I wanted to, my tails were completely different. One came down, one went straight back. And so I overplucked on purpose so that I could at least try to draw on the brows and the tails look similar. But so that's why I did that. If I can go back in time, I would like to think I wouldn't have done that. But I probably still would have, to be honest with you. We would like to think we would do something different, but would we really? Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Like people say, if I knew then what I know now, but yeah, would you really? And so I'm going to say I would probably do the same thing. And so I just lightly fill in like this part of the brow. Excuse me. Yes, I'm still dealing with chest congestion. I'm no longer sick, it's just chest congestion from asthma. When I catch a cold, it always ends up affecting my breathing for a while longer. And I feel good though. I fell asleep around 1:30 this morning, which was early for me. And I was thinking, I hope I can actually sleep. I woke up around 4 and I took my meds, laid back down, and I went back to sleep. And then my alarm went off, and I'm like, no, because my alarm was set for 8 o'clock. And I'm like, damn, like it is time for me to get up. So I did have breakfast, did my hygiene, of course. Tried on my clothes to make sure like what I took out was going to fit because of my pudge, and I don't wear these clothes often because I'm a jeans and t-shirt person. Wear leggings, and so they fit. So I did put my sweatpants back on before I ate. And after I do my face, I'll just switch my pants and put my socks and shoes on and then be out the door. So that is the plan. Where the church that we're going to is the same one where my uncle, where my cousin had his service. And the GPS, it took me around in circles. And so I called an aunt and she came to get me. And it was like right around the corner, like 2 blocks over. But the GPS was taking me somewhere else. And dare I say that they changed the name of the church. And I think that's what the issue was. Because when we got close to the church, I was like, I know this place. Yeah. So anyway, so those are the brow. Excuse me for this right here. I do have the ointment around my nose for the redness. So we're going to try to get some of the Fenty primer out of here. This is the soft. I'm gonna hold it straight up because this is nearing the end. Trying to get 4 pumps because that's what I need when I don't mix it with the foundation. Yeah, but this is going to have to be enough. Ugh, okay, cleaning the nozzle. So y'all don't think I'm gonna be out the door because my goal right now is 10 minutes from now, and that's not gonna happen. The viewing is 10 to 12, and it's an hour ride. So I was hoping to be out the door by 9:30. I'd get there around 10:30. And then sit there an hour and a half, and then the repass is at 1. So it's not a concrete time. So I can actually be a little later. And I don't know if I'm going to go up and look at her again because the morning she passed, I went to the hospital to wait with my cousin's husband for the funeral home to come pick her up. And so I have seen her. You know what I mean? So it's not like I haven't seen her in like a long time. So let me make sure I see her. And I did say my goodbyes, kissed her on her forehead a couple of times, and so I feel okay. I'm feeling a little heavy because I know my cousin's not doing well, but you know, these situations are tough. Let me get to the intro because this is not that video, and some of you are like, probably for those of you who are still here, some people probably clicked off like, she is like, why is she talking about this? But y'all know me who have been here in Y11 from Natasha. Those of you who know me, y'all know I talk about what's going on in my life, and that's what's going on in my life today. But for those of you who are new, hello and welcome. I call this, my name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Why? The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people sometimes are overly concerned with what people may think of them or what are they going to say. It's okay to just be who you are. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to use to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it because you set the standard for yourself. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are, y'all, and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. And so that's the motto here. I hope that it resonates with you. I did not tell you. Out here we put the Y10, and down here we put the NY12. So NY11, and excuse me, NY11, Y10, and NY12. So that's what we use. I will most likely not repurchase the NY10. That was the first one I purchased and I liked it. But then when I tried the Y12, I liked that better. And yeah, so that is that. Now we're going to do the foundation. We're using the soft matte, excuse me. And we're going to do 2 pumps and a little squirt in case we have like fallout to clean up. So we're going to clean this nozzle. I don't think I got the gig that I was asked about because I gave 72 hours for a reply and I have not heard back, but it's only been 1 day. So this is our little squirt for cleanup. So we're going to work off of these 2. And so I just tap in and I go under my eyes, across the bridge of my nose, which is probably unnecessary because I wear glasses. And I didn't want to spend the $300 something. No. I didn't want to spend like the $200 something for a contact lens exam, which is an eye exam, and then they measure your eye for contact lenses, and then another $3 something for contacts. So I was like, no, I'll just wear my glasses. So at this point, I don't have any contact lenses. This is the time when I do swirl because I'm rushing. And then I'll go back and pat out. And I don't like pat here and then come here. I go in a line, come down a little bit, come here, come down a little bit, go here, come down a little bit, go here. So that way I'm sure to get the entire area. And so we're going to take a little bit more, come over here, and we dot it first as you see. And then we go back and fill in the empty spaces. And the same thing, we're going to pat out, come down a little bit, pat, come down a little bit, pat, come down a little bit. And this is why I believe I don't have streaks. I've heard people say they have to use a sponge because otherwise they get streaks in their foundation. I'm like, I have never had streaks in my foundation using a brush. And I think it's the way that I do pat, because to me it does give a skin-like finish for me. Like whatever texture I have on my face, I'm still going to have that because I'm patting. You know what I mean? So it's just pressing it into my skin. We have a little bit here left that we're working off of, and we're going to come around the nose and around the mouth. I do feel like I want a little bit more, but excuse me. Oh, 2 things to know about me if you don't know or if you're new here. So we're just patting, making sure everywhere is looking like skin. I do curse sometimes because I curse. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I'll take the angled part and do under my eye because y'all see my wonderful wrinkles, right? The organism in my throat randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And my breakfast was a bagel with cream cheese. And I did eat that. I finished it maybe 5 minutes before I started this. And so it may make an appearance. So, you know, my mouth is feeling wet. Did I put on like too much chapstick? My corners are feeling wet. And so what's new with y'all? Y'all know what my day is. I don't have a lot in my calendar to do later because I knew it was going to be a rough day. Prime the eye. That's what we're going to do. So no. Usually before I prime the eye, I put excuse me, color on my inner rums. This is Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner Nudge Nudge Ink. And we're going to put that under here. I'm hoping I can find this place without going in circles, because it literally was like 2 blocks away from my grandparents' property. And the GPS kept taking me in circles because it was saying, you know, go down this street. I would go down that street and then it would be a dead end. No, it would say go straight. It was saying go straight. But the street, you had to either turn left or right. So I'm like, I can't go straight. And so I didn't know how to like get to the other side. But I'm gonna try my best to find it today, because I know roundabout where it is. And thankfully, I remembered the area a little bit, and I'm like, oh, my grandparents' house is around here. Let me go there. And so maybe I'll do that again. Just go to that house, and then go to the place. So that was Nudge Nudge Ink Ink. Now we're going to take Hellbent. Why are we putting blue on the lower lash line? I think I was going to put this on Inner Realms and put the brown on the lower lash line. This is Hellbent, so it's like a green type color. And I don't want to do too much because this is a service. So I'm going to do a sensible lip. And that's why I thought, let me just go ahead and do this look with these two palettes because it won't shock anybody. And both of these palettes are easy. And I did think to just do, well, this morning, because I have been wanting to pair these two. But this morning I said maybe I'll just use bronze because that's easy. But then I don't think I'm going to like how those shades look with this shirt. And I don't like matchy-matchy. And then I thought, okay, I'll just use the I Need a Nude. And then I thought, you know what, let me just pair them anyway. Just go ahead and do it. And so that'll be one of my tasks done that I had planned on doing. So this is what this looks like under here. All right, so thank y'all for being here with me. Am I going to put timestamps? I'm going to prime the eye. I already did the intro. The live stream last night, I know I just got loud. It was so much fun. And I think because we really just talked. I mean, I did have a topic, and I do recommend you look at it. And we went off on so many different avenues about other stuff. And it was just fun because it was just like just sitting around chit-chatting with my trolls. And, you know, they chat amongst themselves in the comment section too, which I love. I'm like, I love it when all y'all get along. And we had a newcomer. I think it was Fatty Cat. So Fatty Cat, if you're watching this, hello, how are you today? And she said this was her first time coming to my channel and coming to the live, and she was saying everybody was really welcoming and everything. And I'm like, yeah, y'all, we trolls, we all get along here. And so that made me feel really good because we do have, you know, we are who we are. And like the intro says, we accept who we are. And when new people pop in, hey, you family, come on in and have a seat. And it was a lot of fun. But we went off on so many different avenues. And I was having flashbacks about stuff. So I was like telling these stories about stuff that happened. And it was like, oh my gosh. But it was a lot of fun. Very low pressure. And we did handle the topic too, because we kept rolling back around to it. But it was just nice to just chit chat. And I was wondering, like, wow. And I was surprised that so many people showed up because my lives are Mondays and Thursdays, right? And my Thursday live, I ended up switching like an hour prior to Friday. And I thought, Friday, people going to be out. They're going to be busy. They're going to be doing stuff. So I was surprised that it was, you know, people was there. So now I'm like, do I want to do Monday and Friday instead of Monday and Thursday? But it might have just been like a fluke. Like, I don't know. And so we're just coming around here because I didn't like how that primer was coming out. How we had that kind of point to it. All right, let's figure out these palettes, y'all. And I do have out enough brushes to do whatever. But y'all, it's 9:30. So what I'm thinking is use I Need a Nude for tear duct and the lid, and then use bronze for like outer corner, outer lid area. This one will hold itself up. This one don't. And so that's why I'll be struggling. Excuse me for the glare. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And looking at these, bronze is a lot more warm than I Need a Nude. So that's another thing too. I don't want to end up looking ashy. So we're just going to figure out something on the fly. So, excuse me. We're going to take Whisper. No, we're not. Whisper. We're going to take this shade and we're going to put this here. It's going to go there. That's pretty. Easy one and done, all over the lid. Put on mascara, put something on lower lash line, or just leave it like it is and be out the door. Very easy. Both of these palettes are super easy. I was surprised how much I actually really like I Need a Nude. Like seriously, because y'all know this ain't really what I rock with. But, and I think because it's unique to my collection. And it does add to my collection. And it is something I can just pick up and just put something together really quick. Now we're going to take, excuse me, we're going to take the one next to it, which is Ella. This shade right here. I don't want that angle brush. Put that away. Let's get a regular brush. We're going to take Ella. And we're not tapping off. We're going to put that here. So it's going to look like something that could have came from bronze, except for we're overlapping to get that blend, except for the inner corner. So we're just going to put that there. Thank y'all for being here. Let me know if you were at the live last night. Well, the 21st of February. When you see this, it'll be like a week after that. Yeah, I'm going to see what the members think. You know, I'm going to see what the members think about switching my Thursday lives to Fridays. But you know, that's not going to work because sometimes I volunteer down at the Playhouse on a Friday night. So no, we're not going to do that. And truth be told, if someone wants to see the live, it'll be there for the replay. So if they're not able to attend, if somebody wants to watch it, they can still watch it. So it's not like you have to be there or like you're going to miss. The only thing I understand to be missed is the interaction with other people. When you watch the replay, like you're just watching a regular video at that point. But maybe, and I don't want to alternate because I like having a schedule. Every Monday, every Thursday. It's been every Monday for a long time. Now we're going to go into, excuse me. We're going to go into the bronze palette. I do have Mountain Dew ready to go just to be in the car, and I already have water in the car. So what are we going to take now? Let's see. Do I want to go bronzy? The whole thing is bronze. I'm thinking this shade. Yeah, let's do this one. This one is Palladium. And we're just going to put a little bit over here. So this is just going to deepen this a little bit. And then I think we'll take the one next to it to put on the outer corner. So we're just leaving a little bit of blank space there. That works. And I am glad that I did decide to do this. Both of these palettes are so easy to work with. Excuse me. And so that's why we're going to put like right there, and we're going to just feather and blend up here. We are going to put a shade under our brow, even though it looks like it's something there already, which I love when it looks like that. But for eyeliner, we might just do a brown. Keep it really simple. So that's there. These, by the way, are Esom number 27 brushes. This one is a Esom V27. It's the newer one. So it has a black handle and it's slanted. So I think I got like 4 because y'all know I love slants to the brushes. We're going to take, I was going to do the one next to it. This will not stay up by itself. But now I'm kind of thinking this one, we're still going to do this one. This one is Glooming. I thought that's what it said. And I'm just like, are you trying to predict my personality right now? Trying to call out my feelings right now? Oh, that's nice. That's all we're going to do. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, or hope to do the same thing on the other side. Because y'all know my sides be looking different. I think I just figured out what happens. This side, I come straight like where my wrinkle is. And this side, I usually end up turning the brush this way. Turning the brush this way instead of having it this way. And I just now paid attention to that. And I remember I used to say quite often, I need to figure out like what it is that I'm doing. So this side, I would put the brush straight. This side, I would tilt the brush. And so that's why this usually would have like this straight edge and this side would be rounded. But today they're looking the same. They are looking the same, which is great. So this is a Sigma brush number E45. I love this brush. What are we going to do for, excuse me for that. I don't think taking a shade from the Nude palette, I didn't even tell y'all what the shades were. This first shade was Whisper, and this one was Ella. I do remember saying Ella. So looking at this, like, what for brow bone or nothing for brow bone, because it looks like there's something there and it's not. And so part of me is like, just leave it alone. So you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to leave it alone. What we're going to do, we are going to take one of these brushes and we're just going to feather. There is no shadow on this brush. So this will just help. Excuse me for shaking you. This is just going to help blend. And usually I use this brush for that because it's more dense. But we're just buffing it just to blend it. Oh, that is nice. These palettes are very easy to work with. I do have some other pairings I want to do. And I have some comparisons or battles, as Bestie would say, when my Notoriously Morbid order comes in a couple weeks. I like this. I really like this. It does look a tad dusty. And so that's what's making me want to put something there. But if I put something there, that may end up looking dusty. So we're just going to rock with what we got. And I'm going to have glasses on, so I don't really think anybody's going to notice anyway. My glasses help me see distance. And so the only time I take them off is if I need to read something. So these other two blending brushes can go away. We're going to take this brush. What are we going to put lower lash line? I don't want to put anything really dark under there. I mean, I do. But for this occasion, I don't. Silhouette would be too dark for that. I'm looking at filigree. Let's see what bronze is saying. I'm thinking this one. We're going to do that just to add a little bit of color under there. Excuse me. This shade is Rhodium. And this is a Makeup Forever 210 brush. So this one we're going to go straight in. And actually we could do that, but that's a much deeper shade. And so we are just going to just swipe it on over. So we're swiping back and forth inside. We're not tapping off. And we're bringing this over. Swiping back and forth. And then we're going to swipe over. Let me know this, y'all. It took me a long time to not be like putting on stuff on my lower lash line. Let me know if you've mastered not having your mouth open doing mascara or eyeliner. But then I do find that sometimes I make faces because then I'm like, but I'd rather do that though than be like, my mouth open. No shame, because it's just a thing. I don't know why it's a thing, but going back and forth again because I'm seeing a gap like right here. And again, I have glasses on, so it's like, why am I even paying so much attention to that? So you see, like, my face is downturned because I want to be like, and I used to, I realized before when I would go back and forth, I would go like with my face like this shit, like the area, not the area, what am I saying? How the brush would go, I would be like, and one day I caught myself doing that and I'm just like, okay, that is like really weird. This is pretty. I do still want more, like right here for some reason it's looking like there's a blank spot, but that's okay. Not a blank spot, but what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna put those there. We could have finished the face because I only have like a few flecks of fallout. So what we're gonna do still though, since we have this little bit, we're going to come this way and just pick up that little blob and we're just gonna put that there. Yeah, we could have finished the face because these palettes, I don't get a lot of fallout. Excuse me. That away. And I'm taking, so I put it on with the brush this way, pat it in, and then I take the angle part. This is a Sigma F08, which is a powder brush. I didn't like it for powder under the eye because it deposited too much powder under my eye. And so I tried it for foundation. I was like, okay, I love it. And so I use this foundation. And these could be good for blush, bronzer, and all that too. But I love this for foundation. And for under my eye, I do just press into the wrinkle. So that way, sort of like a crack in the wall. Instead of like putting caulk around it or in it to smooth it out. Because then otherwise, if you just paint over it, the crack is going to be more noticeable. And so that's why I do. Some people say never like press foundation into the under eye, but that's what works for me, so that's what I do. We're going to take the Fenty Cashew powder like we normally do, and this is going to be all over my shirt, but we're going to just dust it off. And so we turn the brush so it's all over the brush, and then we tap. Y'all see all that? Yeah. Some people don't like loose powders because they can be messy, and you saw that it was, and so that's why I like lean back and tap over there. And then I tap in again, and you know, do this, tap in again, and come over here, tap in again, do around my nose area. I realize it's been a long time since I've done a full face tutorial. I mean, I've done full face except brows would be done. And so, but today we did everything. And I thank you if you're here and you are watching the whole thing, because I was like, okay, I'll do this and do that. But then because I do the whole process anyway, and my goal is to be out the door, you know, 10 minutes ago, I said, let me just record the whole thing. And then that'll make it easier for editing when I come back. And you'll have a full face tutorial of me pairing Natasha Denona Nude. Excuse me, I need a nude. And Natasha Denona bronze palette. So look at my face, y'all. These foundations, excuse me, the primers. No. Troll, what you saying? The concealers. I still do see a little shadow like right here and right here, but I don't care. And I don't think people really notice. And sometimes I will put the Natasha on top. It does not work just on top by itself. We're going to take two bronzers. We picked up 7 and 10. We're going to take 10 first. This is 10. When I put the Natasha on top of the foundation, it did not look right. And my theory is because it oxidizes. When I put it just on top of primer, it oxidizes. And so putting it on top of foundation, the color was different. And so that's when I started doing primer, then concealer, then foundation. Whereas the Estee Lauder concealer, it says to put on top of foundation, but it works for me on top of and underneath foundation. And so if I do what I did, do primer, do foundation, no, do primer, do the Natasha Denona concealer, if I put a few more drops with that Y12 here, it would look really good because it's not going to oxidize. And I think I was going to do that, then I forgot. I don't know. This is M7, y'all. Look at this. Oh, and this is darker on me than deep level 10. And so I just put that like just right here, just to have like a gradient. And I just love, I love how that looks. And so that brush is done. We're going to pick a blush at random. Pomelo Peach. I don't want that. We're not gonna do that. Hibiscus Haze. Hibiscus Haze is like a nude on me. So let's, or I need to stop being indecisive. Or we can take, I'm gonna use one of these two little ones because I don't use these often because I don't store them with excuse me, let me slow down. I don't store them with these because I store stuff in size order. And it's a different size. So we have Fire Moon, and we have French Rosette. We're going to take, my gut is saying French Moon, but my mind is saying French Rosette because it'll just add more color to my face. So we're going to do French Rosette. And usually I don't even care because usually I do just pick up a blush at random. And so with that, it's like, just make it work. So I don't even know why today. You know why? Because I'm going somewhere important. And so we just tap that on. This is nice. And then we press in, tap on. Y'all, these blushes. Man. And I do like taking blush here because I used to not bring blush here. I would always stop like back here. But it does add structure to my pudgy face. And then we're going to just lightly up here, just blend out this top edge, which will be handled when we pick a highlighter at random. Do I want to pick a highlighter at random? Do I dare? Golden Pyrite. I have labels on the outside because I'm a label hoe. The blush brush we use, the contour brush, it says Soft Sculpt. This is a F11 from Sigma. I have a lot of these brushes. This says Soft Angle Cheek Brush we use for blush. This is F43. This is a Sigma F03, and it says Highlight. It says High Cheekbone Highlighter. High Cheekbone Highlighter. So I swipe twice, one on each side of the brush, and then I just do one of these. But it would work just doing like this though too. But I don't know why I do this the way I do it, but I just do it the way I do it. And so that's Golden Pyrite. We're going to take our blush brush again and just tap along the edge of the highlighter. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. We're going to take Luminous Light from Hourglass. I was having trouble remembering, and I could just look on the front that says Hourglass. So we tap straight in, and we're going to come under the eye. Tap straight in. We're going to come under the eye. We're going to go back and forth because we're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I realized that Mood Light picks up a whole lot more on the brush than this one, which I find interesting. But I like it though. So that also, as you see, took care of that line too. Like these powders, and this is a finishing powder. Everything just flows. We're gonna go ahead and spray the face. We're gonna use the Scandinavia, and then we're gonna finish the eyes. Woo! Woo! We said we're gonna do brown for upper lash line. With the Scandinavia, if I like look straight ahead, sometimes my eyeshadow will crease because it's wet from the spray. I haven't noticed that with the Fenty. The Fenty mist, both the mists on both of those are really fine. The Fenty is super, super fine, and that might be why I barely feel it. And for the Scandinavia, I do actually feel it when it sprays my face. So let me put that brush away, get that out the way. We're gonna use, I want to do a purple because that'll play off of the lower lash line. This is what I was going to use. We're going to do the purple. This is MAC Fluid Line and Dip Down as a Brown. We're going to do Inkblot Purple. I just have to just do me. And this is a MAC 210 brush. Excuse me, let me know, and I know I've asked this like a long time ago. Excuse me. Do you use colors other than a black, brown, or a smoke gray on your upper lash line? And I'm saying smoke gray because I'm thinking if someone's really fair, they might not use a black or a brown. When I went through the program, they only use black, period. And I'm just like, really? But then it's the class. I made this line a lot thicker than I wanted to. And so we're swirling the brush in here. And we're going to start here because if it's too much on the brush, the inner corner will end up with a blob. And so we're going to just put this on over here. This line is thinner, so I am liking how this one looks, but because the other one is thicker, I gotta make them look the same. Says me who will have glasses on, so who's even really gonna notice? I like that you, excuse me for smacking, you can see a peak of the lid shade in here. I never do like the cat thing and bring it in because my eyes tear, and so if I did that, it wouldn't be that way for long, and then it might even just look weird. So I never do that. I do like that look though. We're trying to get this to a point. We're gonna leave that like that. So we're swirling it again. And we're gonna come straight out and bring it back, come rewind. And then we're gonna fill in. This one is different, I can feel it, and it's thicker. But does it look? Yeah, it is thicker. But this does have a point. So we're gonna take, we just dabbed in twice because the other side is thicker. So let's make this side thicker. And I like that this side I'm working on now better. But, shoot. Okay, I got like a little hook right here. Okay. So this is what we're rocking with today. Where are we at? How long does it take you? Okay, so the first question is, how are you doing today? The second question is, do you use eyeliner other than black, brown, or smoke gray? And the third question is, I just had it on my mind. I don't remember. We're gonna do mascara base. What was I getting ready to ask you? Do you? I really lost the question. I really did. And after the video, I'll be like, oh, I remember now. What was I going to say? I don't know. I really don't know. Excuse me. This is Esom and it's called the mascara. Yeah, these wings. And again, I have glasses on, so you're not even going to see them. Two of my cousins that are going to be there. When it gets warmer, I'll be going to do their faces. But I wasn't trying to go nowhere in this cold weather. And one of them was like, I wish I had somewhere to go. I said, girl, just stay home with your cute self. It's okay. And then I told her too, let me just do your face. And then if you like it, which I'm sure she will, because y'all know I'm amazing. And if you really like it, when you do have somewhere to go, you know who to call. That one would be paid though. First one is free. Look at this mascara. Oh, I love this mascara. I was glad that it was in the bundle with the two Esom palettes. Esom, the Artistry palette, number 1, which was Balance, and number 2, which is Intensity. Balance is the all matte one, Intensity is the all metallic one. And then they have a pressed pigment palette, which y'all know I didn't get because my lids don't tolerate pressed pigments. I'm just taking a little bit off the tip of this. But they had number 1 and number 2 bundled with the mascara for $139. Each one separate, each palette separate, because I bought one each for my kit, was $200. And so when I saw that it was bundled for $140 and with a mascara, I purchased it for myself, and I'm glad that I did. And I found out I really liked the mascara. So then they had another bundle deal with 2 of the mascaras and disposable wands, and so I bought that, and that's in my kit. But look at this mascara, y'all. What are we gonna do for lip? Because that's the last thing. I'm gonna do a nude lip. I like this eye look, y'all. The eyeliner, the wings, I think is making my eyes look droopy, but they are a little droopy anyway. Shoot, I have like all of these dark lips. I do want to do this. Oh man, let me see what else I got. This is too nude, but that would make sense. But my family know me and know what I'll be wearing, so it's not like, oh, she came here with this dark lipstick. But it might be like, oh, she's just in mourning. This is really nice on me. I really do think we're going to end up with the brown. Yeah, let's just do this one. This is from Notoriously Morbid. It is called Burial is a Secret. It was in their 2024 Advent Calendar box, and it was exclusive to the box. This is a shade I would buy because it's a dark brown. And these lippies, they stay. They're Notoriously Morbid. And I realized I haven't used my Sephora ones in a while because I'm having so much fun. with the Notoriously Morbid ones. I find that when I do pick up the Sephora ones, it's to do an ombre lip, not just to do just a lip like now. And so this is that. My lip line is crooked naturally. We're gonna try and make it look not so crooked. So this is our look for today. Yo, I like this look. Let me know what you think. Have you thought to pair, excuse me, I did tap in again to the tube. Would you have thought to pair I Need a Nude with bronze? I like this look, y'all, and this lip is definitely me, because y'all know I like a dark lip. Damn, y'all, it's like 10 to 10. I wanted to be out of here 20 minutes ago, so I'm going to just change my pants. Use the bathroom again, because always do that before you go on a drive. For some reason, I want to spray my face again, but look at the face. Look at my skin. Look at my under eye area. Look at, I mean, the wings are suspect. And I do want to take something and just like fill in that little gap right there. Excuse me, so that is what we're going to do. What color was that? I think that was this color, right? And sometimes I do this off camera, like when I say when we come back the look will be done, I will take a little bit of whatever that outer corner shade is just to connect it so it's not a gap. This side is fine. This side comes all the way to the end of the eyeliner, so we're going to just do that right here too. Yeah. So just little tiny things. So this is it, y'all, and I still don't remember what I was going to ask you. If you enjoyed, you're slanted. If you enjoy full face tutorials, let me know down below if you want to see more of them. I used to do more before, so I appreciate you for being here. We did an entire face, start to finish, including the brows, which I think look decent, and I'll watch this back and be like, nah. Because this side I see is further in than this side, which is ironic because this side has hairs here that I didn't quite come to try to get them to line up. The face situation, the cheek situation, the finishing powder, the spray, the lip, the eyeliner, the eyeshadows. Let me know what you think. There's stuff popping up over here for you to watch. Thank you for being there. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, join the membership, and as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.